past my bedtime. First day here in Spain, landed this morning, went straight to the racetrack here in Barcelona to get everything sorted, do all the administrative checks, meet up with the team.
Very good.
Just on our way to the track.
Lots of room in the back here, so
I actually walked the track to go check it out. I've driven it a bunch on a simulator, but it's my first time racing here, and really looking forward to getting on track first thing tomorrow morning. We just got back from a nice, long, delicious Spanish dinner with the team. Lots of tapas, lots of wine, not for me, others. Yeah, just basically getting settled. So looking forward to tomorrow. We've got 3 really strong competitors this weekend in the GT4 class. And it's kind of cool because we're all kind of North American based here in Spain, racing in a Dutch championship with all North American competitors. So we've got our team, ST Racing, which is mostly Canadians. I feel honored to be like an honorary Canadian part of the team, but myself, Chandler Hall, and 1 or 2 other crew guys are Americans. Then we've got another American team headed up by Darren Jorgensen, Brett Strom, and Danny Van Dongen, and their 4th driver this weekend is Nathan Nathan, not sure how to pronounce your last name, but Nathan runs Century Motorsport, and Nathan's also driving with them this weekend. Kind of a cool side story. I drove with those 3, with Darren, Brett, and Danny at the 2019 Coda 24 Hour in a BMW M4 GT4, and we won that race. So obviously pretty cool lineup with those guys here competing against us this weekend. And then the 3rd car is also some good friends of mine. We've got Jeff Westfall, Lisa Clark, who's a longtime friend, and then Mark Issa. So it's going to be a great time this weekend with some great competition, and looking forward to just an awesome, fun, competitive, clean, long race here in Barcelona. Speaking of long, it was a long day. I'm going to bed so that tomorrow can be a successful, productive day. Good night. All right, a little bit of jet lag today, but so far so good. Just finished up practice. Nick Whitmer and I ran through some setup stuff this morning, kind of got the car dialed in, tried a few different things, and I had a little bit of a wild moment where we had actually a rim, the left front wheel broke. We're not sure why, but we think maybe some debris got into the wheel between the brake and the wheel. And as I turned in for the final corner, which is a flat out right-hander, full throttle onto the front straightaway here in Barcelona, the left front tire popped like a balloon. It was like I heard it in the car. And
left front just blew out. So it's coming through the final corner. Got a tire down, left front.
Of course, that meant huge understeer, fly off into the gravel trap. And I thought it was just a tire failure is what it felt like initially. And unfortunately, it happened in the final corner. So I had to crawl all the way around. It took me about 5 minutes to get back to pit lane, going really slowly, trying not to damage the car. And when we got back to pit lane, I watched the crew take the wheel off of the car, and I kind of peeked out of the window and I saw that the tire was actually intact. So I thought that was really strange. I was assuming it was going to be shredded and had come apart. But what happened was that the middle of the wheel actually broke somehow. It formed a crack, lost all the air pressure, and then as I was driving around, whether it was a rock or something rubbing on the inside of the wheel, it just carved out the inside, the middle of the wheel. It's wild. I haven't seen that happen before, but that was pretty much the most dramatic moment of the day. We were pretty much trouble-free from then on out. Track is super fun to drive. It's got a great flow to it. And really, we just kind of ran through our normal checks for the first day, got everybody some laps. Samantha and Chandler got laps in the afternoon, and we're pretty happy so far. So I'm just gonna continue running through our program tomorrow, and then we've got qualifying and night practice, and we'll see how it goes. Today, we were fastest of the GT4 cars, but it's just practice. We don't know what anybody else was doing with tires or fuel or anything like that, but so far so good. We're happy with our setup. We'll see what happens tomorrow. right, we are a little over 2 hours into the race. Currently running P1. Nick took the start and ran P1 for a while, and then towards the end of his stint, double stinted in. The tires started to fall off pretty badly. The tire degradation in this track is really high, especially on the BMWs. So that's going to be something we're going to have to take a look at as the race goes on here. But Chandler is in now for his first stint, and he just retook the lead. He's in the GT4 Class in GT4. So far, so good. Sam will get in next, and then I'll get in fourth. And we'll just keep pushing, see what happens here. You know, still very early in the race, but cars are proving strong for us. I think our biggest concern is tire degradation. It's hot right now too. I'm hoping it cools off at night. Our tires can hang on for a little bit longer because double stinting is going to be really tough for us. But strategy-wise, that's probably the best play. So we're just going to have to manage it as best we can. More later. See ya. Quick race update. So far, no drama, which in endurance racing is great news. We are P1 in class. We started on pole, and I had some back and forth battles in the first few hours of the race, but things have kind of settled down since then. Nighttime, the temperature's coming down. The tires are hanging on a little bit better than they were during the daytime. It was pretty hot. Our air conditioning is not working, so it is a little spicy inside the car. Caliente, as the Spaniards say. But so far, so good. Sam is in right now, running around, doing her night stint. I'll get in next, and we're just hoping to continue to have kind of a quiet, calm, consistent, drama-free race. See what happens. We still have a long, long way to go. So far, so good. Update number 2. Just hopped out of the car after my stint from about midnight to 1:30. It's hot. I'm sweaty. Sweaty! We don't have any AC. We're making do with it. It's still humid. It's still not hot, but it's not cold here at night. We're also still managing tire degradation. Tire degradation here is pretty big, but we decided to kind of just cool it, not really push, take care of the tires right from the moment we leave pit lane. And we're able to make them last most of the way through the stint, but the last 20, 30 minutes or so are still kind of fun. You're hanging on to it at that point. But our BMW M4 is running like a top. So far, so good. Again, no drama, no hiccups, just looking for a nice, smooth race. And so far, that's what we've got. So I'm gonna try and get some sleep. And I think I'm back in the car maybe around sunrise. More updates after that. We did it, P1, 24 hours of Barcelona winners, the GT4 class, and it feels pretty damn good. The team just executed all day and all night. No drama, nothing sidetracked our race at all. It's just fantastic to be a part of this team. Everybody was so excited to come here. We had a kind of a rough last few races in the Creventic series, some stuff that just didn't fall our way, both at Paul Ricard, at Hockenheim, and even at Mugello. You know, we were running really strong in the Mugello 12-hour. Some unlucky things that we finally overcame. I was really honored to get the chance to take the car to the checkered flag, take the final stint. I was really, it was a cool experience. Next up is Sicily. We've got a 12-hour race in Sicily. And then from there, we go to Sebring for a 24-hour race at Sebring International Raceway. Yeah, I know, I don't think it's a great idea either, but that's what we're gonna do. That is definitely going to be a race of survival. Until then, I'm gonna enjoy a few days off here in Spain, and then we head to the Nürburgring for the NLS 6-hour race with Walking Horse Motorsports in their BMW M4 GT4. Last time we were there, Chandler and I notched up 2 second-place finishes at the doubleheader weekend, so we're hoping for some more success at the Nürburgring, and as always, we're going for the win. Cheers.